Hello, friends! I am in an extra good mood today. I hope you are too, and if you're not, mwah. We are so close to the holiday weekend. I even wore my extra fun shirt for today's video. And, oh my gosh, I'm geeking out. I have a candle to share with you all that I love, and this is not an ad. I wish it was an ad and a sponsored plug so I could make some extra money, but it's not. I just believe in sharing is caring, and also, I feel compelled to share because if you watch me on Instagram, my Instagram story reviews of candle, all of the recent ones have just been medium, or bad. But finally, one that is really good. My mom gave me this one for Mother's Day. She bought me a few red ones because she says I need to be lighting red candles. This is by Bloom and Prosper. It's for the fall. It's called Fall into Fun. Red cedar and apple wood. But it also smells very cinnamony, and I love it. Anyways, I love candles. I could talk about candles for a long time. It is my dream to release a line of candles someday, and I just love sharing candles that are not that expensive. If you have money and really want to get some expensive candles, this is not a plug either. My favorite expensive candles, which I used to buy but don't anymore because I've become the cheapest person, Deep Teak. That line, basically all of the Deep Teak candles are sensational. And my favorite used to be the Baze one. Oh, so good. It smelled so expensive. Anyways, let's get right to it. So much to cover today, but I want to start off by discussing Ariana Grande. As I have mentioned on here, Ariana Grande broke up with Mac Miller, the rapper. Then we found out that Ariana Grande was dating Saturday Night Live star Pete Davidson. Well, now Ariana Grande is exposing Mac Miller and throwing him under the bus in a major way. A Twitter user said this on Twitter: Mac Miller totaling his G-Wagon and getting a DUI after Ariana Grande dumped him for another dude after he poured his heart out on a 10-song album to her called The Divine Feminine is just the most heartbreaking thing happening in Hollywood. Okay, first of all, that dude was clearly saying that mostly joking. Secondly, he did not at Ariana Grande. He didn't tag her. And thirdly, she responded this way. Ariana responded to that guy by saying, "How absurd that you minimize female self-respect and self-worth by saying someone should stay in a toxic relationship because he wrote an album about them," which, by the way, isn't the case. Just Cinderella is about me. I am not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need it to be. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, and always will, of course, but blaming women for a man's inability to keep his blank together is a very major problem. I didn't share about how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was. I will continue to pray from the bottom of my heart that he figures it all out and that any other woman in this position does as well. This is so problematic for so many reasons. First of all, Ariana wants a medal for staying silent about Mac Miller's struggles while she was dating him. Guess what? That's what you should have done. You don't deserve a high five for that. And you definitely don't deserve a high five for throwing him under the bus and saying that you were in this toxic relationship and things were so bad and you were such a saint trying to help him. That's what you should have done. And what you should have done is said nothing in this situation because the guy didn't even tag Ariana. And even if she just saw it because somebody else tagged her, I would have ignored it. What she said about this isn't going to help Mac Miller and the issues that he's dealing with right now. And it's not her place to help him. But as somebody who was in a relationship with him and allegedly cared about him, she should hopefully not be doing things to hurt him. There's a difference. I think her putting out this long-ass statement could potentially hurt Mac Miller, and Ariana is to blame for that. Unfortunate. A lot of couples news today, though. Also, did you guys see that post on my website? There is this long list of rules that Meghan Markle must obey by now that she's a British royal. Like, she can't wear dark nail polish. Why? She can't give autographs or take selfies. She can't vote. And like one of the wildest ones is she can't cross her legs in public. Why? You can check out the full list of royal don'ts on my website. I'll have a link below to that story and a link below to every story that I will be talking about today. Also, a friendly reminder, if you're not following my family channel on YouTube, please do. The link to that will be below as well. And also follow me on Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts, a personal one, The Perez Hilton, and a family and the website one, which is just Perez Hilton. So at Perez Hilton and at The Perez Hilton. And get a personalized video greeting from me on the Cameo app or directly at bookcameo.com/Perez Hilton. All right. In more couples news, Kevin Federline wants at least 3 times the amount of his current child support from Britney Spears. A lot of people are saying bad things about K-Fed because of this. I am not one of them. Because, A, I am shocked that he, many years ago, agreed to just $20,000 a month from Britney Spears. I think that must have been because when they made this agreement, Britney was not making as much as she is now. Her financial standing is much better now. Her kid's life is at a certain level. That is the law. That is the law. If it were a woman, she would be entitled to it as well. I don't understand why people are giving him such a hard time. And also, $60,000 a month, $720,000 a year. That's not a lot of money for Britney Spears. She makes easily, I would guess, 8 million, 9 million, 10 million more. I'm not sure, but she makes a lot of money. So I'm on Team K-Fed on this one. It's a lot of reverse sexism, I think. In more couples news, this is insane. According to People magazine, which I think is the most reputable, I've said this before, People will only print something if it comes from a direct source, meaning a family member, a manager, a publicist, off the record, the celebrity themselves. According to People magazine, Khloe Kardashian wants to marry her cheating baby daddy, Tristan Thompson. I mean, do you, boo, but please don't rush into things. Wait like 3 years so that you can catch him cheating again and not marry him. Ah, Khloe. She's become a totally different person. The old Khloe would have not done any of this. I just can't believe it. Craziness. In more craziness, now I'm moving on to my crazy segment. The NFL just announced that they are changing their policy or implementing a new policy in regards to the National Anthem. And I hate this because it feels like Donald Trump is going to claim victory now, and Donald Trump will think he's responsible for this and that he's winning. Basically, if you are anybody that works for the NFL on the field during the singing of the National Anthem, you must stand. If you want to protest, you must remain in the locker room. So it sucks, but while it sucks, and I don't agree with it, at least they're giving players the option to remain in the locker room. And it would be amazing if most of the teams stayed in the locker room in solidarity. And as an FU to the NFL and Trump. It's a bummer. In other wild news, Facebook wants you to send them your nudes. Seriously, naked pics of you. They are implementing a new service that will digitally take a thumbprint, basically, of any nude photo you send, which seems wild that they're going to be able to do that. And they will then send it on your behalf to the intended recipient, and then in 7 days delete it from their servers, but keep that digital thumbprint so that if in the future anybody uploads it onto Facebook, they'll be able to flag it for you. But if somebody's going to leak naked photos, like, let me make sure it's on Facebook. If somebody's going to leak, I want to be sure about that part. If somebody's going to leak naked photos, they're not going to leak it on Facebook, are they? They'll just, like, direct message it to friends or email it to friends. I mean, I guess maybe Facebook, or text it to friends, but then Facebook will be able to help you. But I guess if they use the email functionality in Facebook, then they'll be able to help you out. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it's helpful too because it won't be able to appear on Instagram via the messenger either. So, okay. I mean, there is some benefit to that, but it won't help you if they text message somebody your nude pics or put it on Twitter. Ay, ay, ay. In other wacky news, Tomi Lahren, or Tammy as I like to call her, you know, that blonde political commentator, I don't really thoroughly dislike her. She's not a bad person. She's just not the brightest, and I disagree with a lot of her policy points, but I kind of like her. Is that wrong of me? I don't care. Just like I like Meghan McCain, you know? There are good Republicans out there. I don't think she's the bad one. I don't. And I might get flack for that. But she was at a restaurant and somebody threw water on her. And that is not cool. We should aspire higher. Like, if I disagree with somebody, I may tell them, but I'm not going to throw water on them. That's like assaulting them. That is lame, lame, lame. And finally, I saved this for last because most people probably don't even remember her, but it just is wild to me that she even said this. Do you guys remember that Kia rapper? Kia, my neck, my back, lick my, and my. She said on this web show that the shooter in Santa Fe, Texas, the high school, Santa Fe, Texas high school, Santa Fe Springs, the shooter there, that the classmates were to blame for not being nicer to the shooter. I'll end on that because it's just a nice reminder that there's a lot of really dumb people. There's a lot of really dumb people out there. And you're not one of them because you're watching this. You're smart. You're special. And you are so appreciated by me. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment. Share it. And I make videos every single day on this channel. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not following me yet. Have a great day. Mwah.